Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is the newest member of our moderator squad. Canadian Family Life has been with us for almost 2 years now, I believe it is. Certainly a year and a half, but they are one of the fastest growing channels that we've seen in the last 4.5 years. And Tiffany, the creator behind this channel, tries to be here every day. I know a few creators do. I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody could be here every time we stream, and certainly not for hours. So therefore, even more so, I appreciate every moment. But Canadian Family Life is here for just about every stream and the entirety of those streams, which average anywhere from 2.5 to 3 hours. What Canadian Family Life is bringing on their channel from New Brunswick is homesteading type content. Right now they're in the middle of a Vlogmas series, which is great to see. I've been saying it lately on just about every stream, but you got to hand it to anybody who can pull together an entire series of videos, especially daily. Canadian Family Life typically brings us grocery hauls as well as cooking videos, challenges between husband and wife. The whole family actually gets involved on the channel. They've got Happy Meal videos, shout-outs, an impeccable container garden as part of what I consider homesteading content here. And then they post frequently. So right now, daily, usually a few times a week is a minimum. They've got shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into 2,500, 2,800, and 5,500 views. More variety here, but mostly in line with their long form content. A lot of outdoor shorts videos there, and then some StreamYard panels as well, or live streams where they are either on their own or featured on so many other creators' channels. It was literally dozens when I first noticed Tiffany and Canadian Family Life. She's recognizable because you've seen her probably on other thumbnails on other channels, because she's collaborated so much, and that's a great way to grow your channel. Every time you're featured with somebody else, you're all but guaranteed a good handful of subscribers. So I hope everybody will keep those things up as well. Thank you everybody for coming in. I know we're at an odd day and time, but hopefully this is the beginning of the winter season for me, where I've got a little more flexibility. We can really move the streams around and give more people a chance to come in. Sazzy's Way, I was happy to be in your premiere earlier today. And then please let me know if you changed your channel name, because I know I'm subscribed. I obviously came in there today, but I can't remember for the life of me how long it's been, or if you had a different name for your channel earlier. PK Adventures Travels, I just watched something from as well. I got a couple names on the wheel. Scratch and PPA and Makeup Mom and Son are both there. Michael's Adventures will be added. He's got a premiere for us after Tuber Chat. Actually, Canadian Family Life's got a premiere coming up in about 50 minutes. So while we're on Tuber Chat, we know that there'll be fresh content on this channel afterwards. And then Michael's Adventures will give us an opportunity to continue connecting the way we are when we go over there after our live stream in about 3 hours from now. And he'll give us an extended, I think his is 2 hours today. Lots of opportunity to meet lots of friends over there. Scratch and PPA we're going to look at right now, and we'll do some more introductions. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. We actually just saw premieres from Michael's Adventures and Scratch and PPA earlier today. Pete's on always at the same time, Tuesdays at 12:15 Eastern, where he pits a couple of lottery tickets against each other, and we get to vote on the content of next week's video. Today he scratched 3 tickets with a winter theme. I also see Cali King 916 from Sacramento is here. Bell's Whisper Farmstead is in the house, and thank you for that, Sazzy's Way. And then Bell's Whisper Farmstead, Raymond Tacular Forever. Good to see you in the house. Yes, want to network with everyone, absolutely. And our dear friend Jesse Miller, Unboxings and More. It's always great to have you in the chat. Thank you for coming in. Let me make sure I'm not missing anyone. PK Adventure Travels, I think I said hello. VMC's been here from the beginning. I was lucky I got a chance to sit and watch a video that they had done. I think I was watching it this morning or yesterday, and they were going through some, what I would like to call numismatic collectible coins, but it could just be older coins. But they got a special story behind the avatar on their channel, which I think is a heartwarming idea. And they've been with us for a few times now, which is great. So hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Scratch and PPA, like I said, pits a couple of lottery tickets against each other in his videos. Lottery ticket scratching is a huge category and genre on YouTube, but I would have otherwise not known until we started Superchat and realized there's so many exciting channels, because it's usually very fast-paced and high energy. Some of them live stream. Lottery tickets lend themselves to the idea of shorts very well, which we'll see in a moment. And a lot of creators are finding creative ways to bring lottery ticket scratching to YouTube. A lot of generous creators behind the channels as well. So Scratch and PPA is now working on 2,300 subscribers. He's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get to his channel. If you can catch us for one of these premieres like today, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of the Stock Explorer, Hilda DC, and a few select others. It is very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. I see Consume the Goodness is in the house. I might have not said hello to Makeup Mom and Son. She's probably listening in the background. She was just at an appointment, but she is another beloved and dedicated moderator, a dear friend of over 4 years. And she's here every opportunity she can be. I see Fairbrick Studios also in the house, and Crystal Sparkle will be added to the wheel along with Hadgeways. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Hopefully Blessed to Crochet still with us as well. And then Scratch and PPA, pardon me, I keep going back and forth in between his introduction today. So like I said, monetized. This creator's got presentation on the forefront of their mind. Their bright, beautiful avatars matched by content in their thumbnails, which give us a little bit of a hint about the giveaways that happen in their video series as well. And then his banner's updated every single week, if you can imagine that. And his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production over 4.5 years ago. Just Jason Keto and More is another beloved dedicated moderator and member. I've got them on the wheel. Cosmic Adventurer, good to see you here. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. When we look at Scratch and PPA's channel, we also see that he expanded his content last year when he took a trip to Italy and brought us some vlogging style shorts videos, which are fairly unique actually. And I think we're going to start seeing that style as shorts are expanding up to 3 minutes now. This creator also brought us a lot of Italian lottery tickets that we might not have otherwise seen. And then in his trip to Italy, he brought us his very first live stream, which I know a lot of people will be excited about. I was lucky to be there while he was doing that, and hopefully we'll see more. But I know a lot of people will be excited to see that Scratch and PPA has expanded his content. And thank you for the super chat, Scratch and PPA. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated always. King Morgan, good to see you here. And Jesse Miller, Unboxings and More, has been a dear friend to all of us over all this time. She's been with us almost from the beginning of Superchat, about 4 years, maybe 4.5 by now. So, Scratch and PPA is dropping a super chat for her. We're all dear friends. And Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, basically what happens is we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. But sometimes you get something like this where somebody drops a super chat for another channel, and it's a generous thing to have done. So we'll look at Jesse Miller Unboxings and More right now. Together We Travel, good to see you in the house. And King Morgan. King Morgan's got a very special birthday going on. Their son's birthday at 1 year old. It's great to be able to start celebrating those milestones. So congratulations to you. Johnny Chilton, the vlogging life, is here from the UK. Another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Now, Jessie Miller Unboxings and More does a lot of unboxing videos, but over the course of her channel and the years that I've known her, she's really started to expand. I say started, but she's expanded the content on the channel. She shows us a lot of what she does with the items that are unboxed after the unboxing videos. And what I'm talking about is a lot of crafting, a lot of journaling. And she also gets into some subscription boxes. So she sometimes will see a channel that will specifically do makeup or specifically do beauty-based products, but Jessie Miller Unboxings and More really mixes these up. So I'm just going to grab another video from her. I see she's put a couple out in the last few weeks, and I'll put that in my catch-up. Oh, pardon me, list. That's a special playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlist can be a great tool for that. Shorts on her channel feature a lot of the items that she finds within the unboxing video. So you can see she's got stationery here, snacks here, jewelry, bath and beauty products. And like I said, she really mixes things up with a lot of journaling lately and a lot of crafty type ideas. So Jessie Miller Unboxings and More is working on 2,200 subscribers. She typically drops videos weekly, but she also live streams approximately once a month. It's been a while, it might be a little while longer, but we will be ready for her like we are with everybody. We've got our notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. So let's spin the wheel, and thank you Scratch and Pete PA for a super chat. Like I said, absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated. He's done that kind of thing countless times, and always appreciated. So next up is going to be Hadgeways. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Greenland Quilter Katie's in the house. I've got them on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then Living Large with L Crew is here. A very dynamic personality in that creator that brings us interesting vlogs in the truest sense. Gloria's Platter, good to see you in the house. Another dear friend of well over 4 years. A lot of our friends have been with us since like the beginning of Tuber Chat. You can imagine how wonderful it is to know that there are people willing to support you literally years into the future if you could just meet them, and that's kind of what we're doing here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everyone's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Hadgeways is somebody who's been with us for a while now as well, several months. This is a channel I'm still getting to know though. They're doing a lot of travel-based content, but it's interesting because the places that they bring us are very far between. And I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos, Manchester Christmas Night Tour, Market Night Tour. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to kind of keep up with them. They've been posting frequently. It looks like they're consistently dropping a video a week or pretty close to it. That's enough to make a channel grow on its own. The things we do here make that process move faster, and then Hadgeways monetize. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They're working on 2,700 subscribers, and they've got some shorts in line with their long form content with a small bit of variety here as well. 1,400, 1,700, and then live streams on the channel as well. I believe I caught them for one of these. This one was streamed 8 hours ago. Yeah, I think I caught you for this one. Forgive me, I was working on the computer. This looks like a loop that was running, but I was yeah, would have been working on a computer, but had that in the background. But like I said, we've always got notification bells on for everyone, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from everyone as we can as well. You know, one of the things that is a really heartwarming thing to see is Happy Mail from creators, and I see Hugo Homestead's in the house. You know, I didn't realize, I know it's hard to read this, but Hugo Homestead sent me a beautiful note quite some time ago, but it actually sits right here on my desk at my workplace. I hadn't been streaming from here for a long time, but I do still do the small amount of work here, and now I'm back to streaming in this location. But that sits on my desk with a few other things from Just Jason Keto and more, and a few other people. But I never forget that. Hugo Homestead's been with us for many years as well. It's the Bankroll is another longtime friend who helps with our finances. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anyone. So hopefully everybody will connect with Hadjoys. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I just watched something from Blessed to Crochet as well. They are wanting to inspire us in a spiritual way. It looks like they've got a bit of Christmas content happening as well. I'm just going to grab the latest video, put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get caught up with them. And then Blessed to Crochet is really more about community than anything else, although they're going to post some other content on their channel. And this creator is here with us frequently as well. They're here for every stream they can be, and I see them out supporting other creators. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 9,000 and 10,000 views and beyond. We've got a few fiber crafts and fiber arts on this channel as well, hence the name Blessed to Crochet, of course. They're working on 1,300 subscribers. They got a lot of live streams planned this month. They've got the whole month ready to go, and this is a great idea. If you have the ability to set a premiere or a live stream far in advance, what can happen is the metadata, which is what we look at as the title, description, tags, hashtags, and everything else, thumbnail and all that, can have time to sit in the YouTube system. We don't know the truth about how much time would be necessary, but we have to believe that there's benefit in having something that's posted in advance that people can kind of set notifications for. We set notifications for everything we see, like live streams and premieres, even though we have the notification bell on. One of the things that we think about is the idea that everybody has a weekly routine. Not everyone, but you know what I mean. Most people have, you know, we pay our bills monthly. Sometimes we celebrate things monthly and this and that, but the routine is usually weekly. If you can have a premiere or live stream set up more than 7 days in advance, you get every chance to have people every day of the week getting prepared, because some people will move their schedule around to be there for your content when they know you've got something coming up. They'll change their grocery shopping around, or their laundry, or a simple errand, or things like that when you have your top supporters, let's say. Oodles and Caboodles of Crafts, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And yes, as long as everyone's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Let's spin the wheel. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Makeup Mom and Son might not be able to chat right this second. They were out at an appointment, but they were listening in. But we'll have a look at this dear friend's channel in a second. Ben Cyan Game's been added to the wheel. We always put members on as soon as we see them in the chat. So Makeup Mom and Son is Michelle, and you will see her son Caden in a lot of the thumbnails and videos on the channel. We'll talk about his channel in a second. Makeup Mom and Son is working on 2,800 subscribers. She's been with us from the beginning. There's a story I love to tell, but I keep forgetting. I know I mentioned it not too long ago, but Makeup Mom and Son is somebody who, in the beginnings of Tuber Chat, was so unbelievably supportive, not just here, but to all of us, that when she did her very first live stream, it went on for 4 hours, and she was rated by 3 different channels, if you can imagine. So that kind of speaks to the support that she gives to others, to know that it came back in such an overwhelming way. And she's done tons of live streams. I've joined her and some of our friends many times, both on her channel and others. And she has done a lot of interviews. Her, want to share and introduce us to new friends as well. When we look at her channel right now, she's in the middle of a Vlogmas series, and she does really well when it comes to series of videos. Big on Halloween, big on Christmas, things like that. What Makeup Mom and Son started with was beauty and makeup, a lot of unboxing videos, subscription services, and things like that. She expanded into product reviews and gives us a lot of taste test challenges on the channel. Sometimes Caden's there with her, and then we'll see, like I said, his channel in a moment. You get an idea from the shorts, the elaborate looks that she can give in especially Halloween. But we also look at some of the popular ones that have done well, 37,000 and 43,000, which is great to see. Monetized, of course, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And live streams are occasional these days, but we keep notification bells on, like I keep saying, for every single channel so that we can catch each other as often as possible. And thank you for that, Sazzy's Way. We're definitely going to get to as many channels as we can today. Silver Assassin Metal Detecting is up on the wheel right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I'm going to spin, and we'll get to see what the next channel is going to be. What we're going to do, though, is we'll take a break for 3.5 minutes. And right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip for everyone from our new video series. These are listed in a playlist and as a podcast, and what they are is an interview style where I ask the featured creators their opinion without adding a lot of my own. The conversations go on anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long, and they're filled with tips and tricks. The most important thing to notice is that not every creator said the same thing in each of the interviews, which means we've got a lot of informative content there. So I hope everybody will check these out. They've all been longtime friends of Tuber Chat here, and they have all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was I think your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well. So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the Shorts channel. They are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together. So we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and you know, when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were like pushed to the back. Yeah. But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check the analytics out regularly. It does help. Yeah. And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. Because you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well. Yeah. Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even like scrolling up and down and like how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, like, you know, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not like go with YouTube's policies. Like, we have a lot of fun with like pranking each other and stuff like that. Like, what we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or like pranks wise, that like skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do like, say like a trend of meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes we not. Yeah. But we've learned that like shorts really help us have like, you know, them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're like, I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, we're just about back. And forgive me, Just Jason Keto and More is coming up. We spun the wheel, but I had mentioned we're going to look at Caden's channel, and then even as I said it more than once, I forgot to put it up there before the break. So let's have a look at Caden Plays It. This is the son of Makeup Mom and Son, and on this channel, he's going to do some reviews of toys, food challenges, and some unboxings, product reviews, and some video gameplay, actually. So we get a bit of variety from this young creator. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards their first 100. Obviously, Mom's helping out with the channel a little bit there. One of the shorts has got over a couple thousand views. And a Roblox live stream as an experiment. We'll see if they're going to do some more of those. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Kendra's making me laugh. So here's the thing, when it comes to things like super chats and memberships, on this channel, they're absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated when they happen. I try never to make it sound like I'm soliciting that kind of thing. And, you know, I know what it could be like when somebody has a membership and then, you know, they don't for whatever reason. And then, you know, used to being on the wheel and not there right now. But what I can tell you is because we're moving the streams around, especially this week, uncommon days and times, we will probably get to almost every channel that's here over the course of the stream. Of course, everybody knows that I also add names to the wheel over the course of the stream based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. I know not everybody can stay here for 3 hours, but if you do have time to stay, my imagination tells me we're going to get to channels sooner than later. Actually, Kendra's going to be on with Jason this week, so I'll start by talking about that when I talk about his content. I also see that I Bring It Every Day is in the house. That's Kelly, a dear friend. She's been with us for what I think is about 4 years as well. 99 Midnight Gamers in the house. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I know Jerry in the chat was from Butler Family Farm was talking with Canadian Family Life about a bowl. I watched this video. Jerry brings us into the shop on his 116-acre farm to show us some of the woodworking that he does. And I got a story to tell when we get around to his channel. Hopefully I won't forget when we get there. I was just telling a story, and I can't remember whether the story inspired me watching that video or it was the other way around. I've lost track of what I've been doing the last couple of days, but that's okay. Just Jason Keto and More is up on the screen right now, and this creator, like I said, is going to collaborate with Consume the Goodness. That's Kendra. I keep saying, you know, I don't know everybody's first name, but when I do, sometimes I start referring to people that way. I try to remember to refer to everybody by their channel name, but so many people are referring to Kendra by her name, but this is Consume the Goodness. So that's going to be a collaboration coming up this Thursday, am I right? Yes, with Just Jason Keto and More. So they're going at 7:30. As a matter of fact, Tuber Chat will be around this time that day, so we're going to raid into their live stream right afterwards and get a chance to look at both of their channels. And Just Jason Keto and More is a beloved and dedicated moderator and a member here, and Kenra has been a longtime friend as well. I'm not sure if she's been here a year yet. It might be about a year. Both of these creators are going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living, particularly when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Scrow's Nest, good to see you here, and I Bring It Every Day. I think I said hello to Kelly. Matthews Bushcraft is also in the house. When we look at Just Jason Keto and More, he brings live streams every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern, but once in a while he brings a bit of a surprise with a cook-along live stream and a guest on the live stream as well. So sometimes it's Jason on his own, sometimes he's got a guest with him, and they share their life experiences, their tips, their tricks, trials, tribulations, and other information when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. When we look at his videos, we see that he's got a lot of guests there as well. So he'll chop segments out. There's Kendra. They were together a few months ago for one of these. I didn't realize it'd been so long. 5 months ago, it says. And then lots of recipes on this channel. Now, Jason's always doing recipes that feature only a few ingredients, literally simple and easy to follow. And most of the stuff we're going to have in the pantry or in our kitchen in some way, shape, or form already. Then, Just Jason Keto and More also brings a lot of product reviews on the channel. These can help us understand the ingredients and how they're going to affect us when we think about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He's willing to head out hundreds of miles away to places like Ketopalooza to bring us more informative content. And once in a while, he'll head out for a trip. He was recently in Kentucky. He was recently in Niagara Falls. And he'll bring us an outdoor look around, or might be unboxing another product on the channel as well. Shorts over here have done really well. Healthy looking grilling shorts seem to do well. 5,000, 6,000 views on a couple of these. One at 22,000, and I've seen that one. I promise you that one's entertaining. And then we talked about the live stream. So he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Just Jason Keto and More is somebody who I can tell you cares very much about the YouTube journey, his community, and those of us in the Tuber Chat family. I've been lucky enough to meet up with him a couple of times in real life, actually, already. And then Heaven's Fire 18 is on the wheel, and the Bud Files has been added. Butler Family Farm was on there as soon as they came in. I think King Morgan's around here as well. I think I saw them sneaking through the chat. Heaven's Fire 18 we're going to look at in a moment here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Right before we look at Heaven's Fire 18, I'm just going to show you Consume the Goodness. And this is Kendra's channel, so this is what I'm talking about. And they're doing a co-stream, right? They're using that StreamYard feature or another system. I'm assuming they're using StreamYard, where you can send the stream out on both channels, get watch hours for both people. Some people will watch both. So there's the benefit, right? If each of the two creators was going to have 10 people in their chat, then, or watching at a time, when you co-stream on another channel, out of the, I'm not saying this correctly, pardon me. If you were to do a live stream with somebody else joining you on your own channel, but only on one channel, you might have 10 people in the chat. But when two people live stream at the same time, those 10 people all of a sudden could turn into not 5 in each chat, but maybe 6 or 7, because some of the people in the chat have the ability to watch both and therefore give watch hours to both creators. This is how a lot of different channels are getting monetized faster than ever that we've seen. So pardon me, Heaven's Fire 18 is going to come up in a second. Create and Relate is on the wheel now. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I feel like I missed another channel there. Consume the Goodness is going to talk to us also, not just about healthy eating and healthy living, but faith-based motivation, mental health, workouts, encouragement, as well as some keto carnivore meal ideas. Live streams on this channel are fairly frequent. Shorts over here have gotten into 24,000, 49,000 views on a couple of these, which is great. And then videos on the channel as well. She's chasing some watch hours, I think, so she's been doing some ASMR type, pleasing audio, pleasing visual mix-ups and mashups over there. So hopefully everybody will connect with Consume the Goodness. And like I said, we're going to get a great chance to look at her channel along with Jason when they collaborate this Thursday right after Tuber Chat. Heaven's Fire 18 is coming up right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Rocky Top Scratcher is also here as well. I'm going to get them onto our wheel. Members always get added as soon as we see them in the chat. And then Heaven's Fire 18, I've spun the wheel, so they were already picked. Scrow's Nest is coming up, actually. They dropped a super chat, and we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Scrow's Nest has done that countless times before, so we'll look at their channel, and I got something special to talk about with them as well, because they've got one of my favorite taglines on their channel. Heaven's Fire 18 is up on the screen. This is a channel we're still getting to know, but but they give us quite a bit of information on their About section. Lots of furry friends on this channel, and we see that through a lot of the thumbnails right away in the video section. We get into shorts, and then it's even more apparent over here, but these have gotten into 500 and almost 600 views, which is great. And then live streams on the channel. They've done a couple of these. Hopefully I'll catch you for one. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then Heaven's Fire 18's been with us several months now, so hopefully everybody will connect with them. We'd love to push them towards their first 100 subscribers. We know it's an important and exciting milestone. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Crazy Crafty Adventures, good to see you in the house. Pardon me, Crazy Crafter Adventures, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. And Scrow's Nest, you know, I laugh now even as soon as I see their name, not just here, but anywhere else. If I see Scrow's Nest in somebody's chat, I like giggle internally because I think about their banner, and this has been something I've been laughing about from the beginning. But they say, spending our children's inheritance one cruise at a time. And I think that's wonderful. And they recently put up a video, just a clip of myself reviewing their channel. Or not reviewing, these are not reviews, I just promote the channels, right? But Scrow's Nest's been a long time friend, and it's interesting. They've probably been with us at least a couple years now. So when some of the stuff was going on between 2019, 2020, and a little bit farther than that, we know that we couldn't see a lot of travel and cruising content, and I'm sure everybody knows what I mean. And then all of a sudden, a couple of years ago, we got this influx of cruising and travel channels, and it's like they're working harder than ever. And there is a really vibrant community, even almost, you know, you could call it a sub-community within the Superchat family. Lots of cruising and travel friends that have come along in the last couple of years, added on to the ones that have been with us for 3 or 4 years already. There's new channels coming in here all the time. But Scrow's Nest has been there, but I also run into them regularly out supporting other creators. So they're working on 1,300 subscribers right now. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Now, they talk about tips in cruising and travel with a mobility scooter. So this is a certain perspective when we're thinking about travel. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to somewhat get or stay caught up with them. And then shorts on this channel as well. These have gotten now into almost 6,000 and well over 6,000 views, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scrow's Nest, and you'll see them regularly in other cruising and travel channels and other friends here in the Tuber Chat family as well. And then hopefully I'm not missing anyone. I know that King Morgan was just asking for some sports fans. It's been a while, but we've got some friends that come by occasionally that have been with us from the beginning. Protect Sports Network is one that talks a lot of football. He's got a couple of channels, actually. And Big Simple is another one. Create and Relate is coming up now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And Scrow's Nest, thank you again for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. They've done that many times before. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. But we're doing well today. We're moving pretty quickly, so I'm guessing we're going to get to more channels than usual today. Create and Relate is somebody brand new. This is the first time we've got their channel up on the screen today. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest camera review video. I'm going to put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Creature of the Maroon Lagoon, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Sorry, Creatures of the Maroon Lagoon, good to see you in the house. And hopefully you're feeling welcome. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Handicapped Travelers making me laugh. They also bring us travel from a certain perspective. Let me get them onto the wheel. And you're right, because Butler Family Farm's up right now, and I do have a story to tell. So that's what you get. And Butler Family Farm was talking earlier in the chat with Tiffany from Canadian Family Life about this bull. I just watched this video. This is really interesting because not only is Jerry bringing us into the shop to show us some woodworking, and I've seen this kind of thing from him before. I can't remember the last video I saw where he did a bowl like that, if it was a year ago or not quite so long. And the reason why this, I might find this fascinating, even though I don't do any woodworking myself, don't plan to or anything like that. In my school system, I'm in Canada, but through our 6th to 8th grade, we used to have to do a series called Home Economics. And that would include woodworking, art, and sewing, as well as cooking classes. So we'd split those up between our semesters or trimesters or whatever you want to call them. And I remember doing some woodworking, and I used a lathe similar to what Jerry uses here to make a plate. I don't know if it's anywhere in my family's possession that we could find it one day. I think I got it somewhere, but it's put away in a box or something. But certainly nothing like the quality that Butler Family Farm is going to bring us here. Now, Jerry's been doing all kinds of stuff. Now, forgive me, because I don't want to make it sound like I'm soliciting a gift or, you know, for a gift or anything like that. Butler Family Farm, Jerry and Susan together have been more than generous already. They sent over a beautiful, I don't have it in front of me now, but pen and pencil set that Jerry also made. And you have to see this to believe it. It's beautiful, but he'll have those on his channel as well. But the story that I just wanted to tell about this bowl, it reminds me of something. And over the last few days, I've just had a busy couple of days. My time's like literally now, finally, opening up a little bit. But I can't remember whether this video inspired the story or the story inspired me to watch this video. It's one or the other. But I've been telling this story for a couple of days now, over and over and over again. Recently, I was helping my parents move a bunch of their stuff. And I'm lucky enough to have both my parents with me in this and that, and lucky enough to be able to help. I got a family that is very giving and does a lot of helping as well. While we were packing away their stuff, I'm telling stories about some of the stuff that we just can't keep. So, you know, we'll donate what we can, and the rest goes into storage or given away and this and that. We've given away a lot of, like, dishes and things like that. And one of the things that I did not see, though, was a bowl that we had, and it was a wooden bowl. But we had this, it was my grandmother's, and it was given, you know, obviously given to my parents. I remember very clearly when I was a young lad going over to my grandparents' place for Sunday dinner, and it wasn't every week, but it was often enough that I remember. My grandmother always used to do roast beef, and she'd always put roasted potatoes into this one particular bowl. And the last time that I was helping my parents move, we went through a bunch of the stuff, and they don't need those kind of things anymore. So I had taken that bowl, and I hope I have it somewhere, but I'm unsure. It only has meaning because I remember it. It's not like somebody made it for us or anything like that. But the reason I wanted to tell the story is because, you know, Jerry's doing a lot of this woodworking. I know we got a lot of friends that do a lot of very creative and crafty things. But you just never know who's going to be impacted by the things you're going to give and the meaning that people are going to have for that stuff far, far, far into the future, farther than you're going to know. The stories they're going to tell, you know, who knows, maybe 50 or 100 years later. But it absolutely can be the case, especially when something is made with love or has lots of meaning like something like this. And not to extend the story, but not too long ago, I guess it was last year, Scratch and Pete PA just happened to be in the same chat when we were at the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch's channel. And Susan over there was, a different Susan obviously, but Susan over there was going through her Christmas tree and all of the handmade ornaments that were put on the tree. And I'm telling you, she's got a story for every single thing on her tree. And I thought that was wonderful because I remember growing up, my parents, our Christmas tree, you collect different ornaments and different things to hang on the tree over a lifetime. And I remember all the different things. So it's nice to see this kind of thing. Lots of handmade stuff from a lot of our friends, you know, both in the homesteading community and outside. But I just wanted to tell that story because, like I said, you know, Jerry's making these things, and it's not the first one I've seen. This one's unique, too, because he had a spoiler alert here, but resin filling for an area that just gave this bowl a unique look as well. And, yeah, I just wanted to tell the story. So, Butler Family Farm, I've got their latest video. Susan and Jerry on this channel have 116 acres of farmland. They got bees over there. They got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs. And sometimes they bring us into their home. Most often they take us out to have a look around the farm. Sometimes they go hundreds of miles away to meet up with other creators as well, and influencers. And they've got lots of meetups, even in live streams, where they've had out to lots of different large meetups. They introduce us to a lot of new creators that we can call friends. They do this in StreamYard panels, or they do this with some of these Mid-America meetups or Ozark meetups. There could be like 80 channels worth of creators and supporters over there. And they're live every Monday. And it's just before 7 p.m., 6:45 Eastern. Butler Family Farm is on every week. Sometimes it's Jerry and Susan themselves. Sometimes they're doing a giveaway like yesterday. And sometimes they have a guest on the channel, and I've been with them a couple of times now. So shorts on this channel as well have gotten into 12,000, even 50,000 views. And Jerry is somebody who's let us know that he's using the promotion system in the back end of YouTube to grow the channel rapidly, and is willing to share any information anybody wants about that as well. He did a specific live stream about that not too long ago, if you want to go and have a look at that. And then Butler Family Farm, of course, is monetized. They're working on 40,000 subscribers now. So let's spin the wheel. Consume the goodness. Kendra, thank you so much for that membership. Absolutely unnecessary, but appreciated, of course. I know I've missed a lot in the chat. Hilda DC is a beloved and dedicated moderator. Look at that luck. You're coming up right away. And she's been with us since the beginning of Tuber Chat as well, pretty much. And pardon me while I just scan the chat here. I don't mean to miss anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, then I should get around to saying hello to everyone. I see Home Bartending with John has come in. I'll get him on the wheel. He's got two different one-of-a-kind channels in the Tuber Chat family, actually. And what we're going to do right now, though, we'll go for another break. So we'll go for 3.5 minutes. We'll come right back again. And right before we do that, we'll play another clip from our video series. And these are interview conversation style, where I've asked these creators about their opinion, knowing that they know what we need to hear. They have all been longtime friends of us here in Superchat. They've been with us at least a few years. So the conversations go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. They're full of information, their opinion more so than mine, and all of the creators featured have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So, Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do.
Okay.
Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, you know, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So it's like, you know, thanks for watching, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also, if I'm talking about a specific thing like the slot pool, I'll say, you know, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And say that. And it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience.
Yes.
The slot pool. If I'm doing regular life vlogs, like I'm notorious for not liking to try new things. So everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and I'm like, you know, have you ever eaten this? What did you put? You know, we have a big debate about grits. I don't know if you eat grits. You know, does sugar go on grits, sugar or salt? So that's always, you know, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, you know, give you their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro. If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, you know, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. If I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, you know, hey guys, you know, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is where we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So thank you for clicking this video, because thank you, you have an interest in this particular topic.
All right, we're just about back. Forgive me. I've done this before, but I forgot to charge my mouse. We're going to have a disaster. If this thing cuts off, I think I got another one beside me, but I might have to wait for everybody's patience. But we'll chance it for now. I charged it while we're on that break there. Wayne's World Unlimited, good to see you in the house. Sister Winnie, good to have you here. They never forget that thumbs up, of course. And then VMC picked up that gifted membership from Consume the Goodness. So thank you again, Kendra. I've got VMC on the wheel. And then, yeah, Rocky Top Scratcher, it's both. One is rain, one is snow. Apparently it's going to rain and snow for a few days, at least around Toronto. Niagara Falls, where I live, usually gets it a little bit harder than Toronto, where I often work. But yeah, it's going to be not pleasant and cold and everything else. So glad to be indoors for today. Hilda DC is up on the screen. I spun the wheel before we went on that break, and this creator has been with us from pretty much the beginning of Tuber Chat, so about 4.5 years. And Hilda DC is a beloved and dedicated moderator here, but she's also known by us because of the way I describe her as one of the most encouraging creators that I have met in my YouTube journey, which now actually extends 7 years, getting around 7.5 there. Hilda DC is working on 2,600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. When we look at what we're doing, what she's doing on her channel, she is bringing a lot of product reviews, taste test challenges, cooking videos, and a lot of what she does really interesting to somebody like me. I'm in Canada, so I don't get to see or try a lot of the different flavors of products like our American friends. We only get about 10 or 20% of these different things. And so Hilda DC brings a lot of entertaining content as well, almost a mukbang style a lot of the time. So she has a little bit more variety on the channel and a lot of live streaming. I've joined her both on her channel and others like Makeup Mom and Son, who we talked about earlier. And hopefully we'll do a few more of those again soon. There's Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More as well, a dear friend from the UK. He's also a beloved and dedicated moderator, as well as a member here, so I'll get him on the wheel right away. And then when we look at Hilda DC's shorts videos, we see that a lot of these are in line with the long-form content, but there's a little more variety here. 6,000 on one of these, but another one here is 47,000 views. And when I talk about Hilda DC being an incredibly encouraging creator, she's obviously a strong and dynamic personality behind this creator, but she's somebody who absolutely stands behind and beside her audience. I was on a live stream on Sunday, just 2 days ago, with I Am Betty J. Gathers, who's another dear friend of ours. During that live stream, I told stories, because it's a little more laid back than what I'm doing here. One of those stories actually involved Hilda DC. I talked about a few of our moderators over here actually behind their back while they weren't there. But all the evidence is available to be seen. But you get a little bit more of a story about Hilda DC and why I speak of her the way that I do, because like I said, she's been a dear friend of 4 years, and you'll hear in the story that I tell if you go and watch that stream that Hilda DC cares very much about her audience, her community, and those of us in the Tuber Chat family. So I hope you'll connect with her and get some of that support coming back to you as well. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up onto the screen. PK Adventure Travels is coming up right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Yeah, you're in there too, Sam. Don't worry. And then, yeah, hopefully everybody enjoys those stories. PK Adventure Travels is another supportive creator that's here with us frequently. Henry Leslie Vermont is another longtime friend as well. I run into them regularly. And there you go. Yeah, Sam's Logs, Trains, and More. As a matter of fact, happens to be our longest standing consistent member on the channel. So when your channel's monetized, I know some people are looking forward to it. Some people are monetized already. If you have memberships available, what happens is you can always go back and look at who has been a member. Anybody that's a current member, YouTube's going to show you collectively how many months they've been a member for. And even if somebody pauses their membership and comes back again, it continues to add. So if somebody's had a total of 3 months or 6 months or whatever it's going to be, that's great. Superchat got monetized a long time ago. Thank you to everybody for that. Of course, lots of our friends are still with us today. But Sam's Logs, Trains, and More is our longest standing consistent member. He's going to hit 4 years any second now. Actually, there's a story about that, because when he did, I don't want to solicit memberships and super chats and things like that, but I remember the excitement because it was like a hat nod or he referred to it as a Christmas gift. He goes, "Here, Kevin, here's your Merry Christmas," and grabbed that membership at the time, which I thought was cool. And I have memberships on all my moderators' channels, of course. So I certainly do appreciate it. Again, I never want to solicit that stuff. I know I mentioned it a few times today. There are a lot of channels that can use support, a lot more than this one. We're doing fine, obviously, but I do appreciate everything when that stuff happens. So PK Adventure Travels is up on the screen right now. I just watched another video from them, and this is the one I was thinking of. I was looking forward to telling this story as well. It's not so much a story, just talking about the video. So I watched this, and we have, again, a lot of channels that are in the travel and cruising community. They bring us ship tours, they bring us room tours, they talk about the amenities, the excursions, and the adventures that come along with going on a cruise. And I was lucky, I worked on a cruise ship for one summer many years ago, so I understand what it can be like. I mentioned to everybody, if you have the opportunity to get on a cruise at any point in life, then I recommend it. Hopefully I'll get back to one someday, but I'm so grateful for some of this content. And PK Adventure Travels, this is a video that I got to, I'd like to say sit and watch, but no, I was working on the computer while it was on. But I found myself distracted many times watching the video, because they do, first of all, it's lengthy. It's almost 40 minutes long, but they do an incredibly thorough job of showing us all around. They've got chapters in their video here, and I'll show you in a second, I believe. Yeah, look at how many chapters they've got. There's got to be 20 of them in there, if not more. And here's all the time. There is more. Yeah, never mind. There's probably 30 chapters in there. So this is really, really cool. And I'd encourage anybody to watch their video, just because, like I said, they did such a thorough job. But when you go through the timestamps, this is all it takes in your description to add chapters into the video. And we all wish that everybody would watch our entire video, but there's an extra benefit that we don't talk about enough when it comes to chapters. If you do a Google search for something like, let's say somebody was looking for Limelight Lounge on the Carnival Mardi Gras ship, right? This chapter of this video might come up in the Google search results, and that can give you extra traffic to your video, if that makes any sense. So I just wanted to show that to everybody. But PK Adventure Travels, I'm really still getting to know the channel, meaning I haven't been through that many videos yet. But now, I can tell you after watching that last one, I'm really looking forward to the next one. So they've got another premiere coming up, and this is going to be in a couple of weeks, if I'm not mistaken, 10 or 11 days. So we'll look forward to that. We always set notifications for everything we see, like premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel. And of course, they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got 10,000 views and 12,000 views on a couple of these shorts videos, and then they've got live streams as well. So they got a couple of these ready to go. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. One of them's coming up tomorrow. I should be able to catch that, and I'll be looking forward to it. So almost 800 subscribers. They're at 760 right now. We'd love to push them a little bit closer towards that milestone. PK Adventure Travels is here with us frequently. Jeremy D-Day is a friend of about 5 years. He's been with me since before Tuber Chat was even a thought, as a matter of fact. And then that's great. Thank you. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More says that they see in the analytics that the chapters really help the videos. And yeah, I mean, YouTube is more work than any of us would have imagined when we started. There's so much that we can do. We have to try to make time and prioritize, but chapters are a great help, that's for sure. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. There's a special cruise coming up, as a matter of fact. There's a few. There's lots of group cruises between YouTubers and this and that. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures from Medicine Hat, Alberta, are friends of ours that put some of that stuff together and get involved. But there's one from one of our moderators here, Rambling with the Brooms, and he has collaborated many times with Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, another channel. They got together and put together a cruise that is going to go this August from Seattle to Alaska for about a week, and they're trying to book 100 rooms worth of creators and supporters, so that's going to be something to see as well. Home Bartending with John is up on the screen right now, and I mentioned the idea that this creator has 2 one-of-a-kind channels. Pardon me, in the chat, I got allergies, and I don't know if that's what's bothering me right now. And then Home Bartending with John is going to teach us on this channel how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. We don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what John's got here, but he does show us what it takes to keep a bar like this replenished, along with the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make some of the cocktails that we're talking about. When he does recipes, he often does them in, sometimes it's individual, but sometimes he'll give us like 3 different recipes at the same time, and that's because there can be simple cultural differences between how drinks are made, if that makes any sense. Or it could just have to do with pop culture. Sometimes you'll hear a drink referenced in movies, music, television. The idea of shaken, not stirred is an example. So Home Bartending with John, as well, is going to do a lot of product reviews, beers as well as liquors and liqueurs. He'll also do comparisons, so we get an idea of what we might like there. And he might bring his recipes into collections like low-calorie cocktails or non-alcoholic mocktails. And then he's got some shorts on the channel as well. One of these continues to move at 8,800 views here. He's got quite a few shorts. Live streams were an idea from the past. We'll see if he's going to bring those back. He's been featured on lots of other creators' channels. And then he's at 555 subscribers right this second. We'd love to push him towards the 600 we know he's thinking about. And then, pardon me, I usually don't have my phone on. I was expecting a couple of important calls, but they've come in today already. And then The Pipe Guy is a second channel. We got to make sure we get the name right on this one. It's spelled with 2 E's, but I'm going to put the handle in the chat as well so anybody can grab this easily. The Pipe Guy is where Home Bartending with John is bringing us a second one-of-a-kind channel. And then, pardon me while I just get rid of an extension here. If anybody hasn't seen the extension Glasp, you want to see what that is because it is miraculous. I've just started using it. It's the name of it there I put in the chat. The Pipe Guy is where John is going to bring us industrial pipe lamps and industrial pipe art. And I've never seen anything like this before until his channel. He's been with us for a few years now as well. He's got a Star Wars themed video to start the channel off with, but we'd love to push him towards his first 100 subscribers. We know it's a... we know it is a important and exciting milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. And forgive me, for no reason at all, I'm just going to show you something ridiculous. I have ridiculous, weird things that go on with all my friends. I'm sure we all do. But if you can see this, which you can't because the green screen effect on the screen, my friend just sent me a text message. And it just says, our friendship, because I didn't answer the phone when he called. And I've called him a couple times. He wasn't able to answer. And then so this particular friend, I'll leave him a message. I'll be like, oh, Guy, what about the friendship? The friendship is in full force, bro. And that's kind of an ongoing joke. So absolutely ridiculous. The mature and professional side of me I want you all to see, of course. And Lawless World TV is coming in. Good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Sam Slogs Trains and More is up on the screen right now. And this creator, like I said, is a beloved and dedicated moderator and our longest official standing member on the channel as well. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Wayne's World Unlimited, yeah, there's a couple of channels that are fairly new that have only been here once or twice. Most of the creators here have been with us before, but this is an uncommon day and time. I have, for the last 9 months, not been able to do Tuesday or Thursday daytime streams. I'm in the Eastern time zone, of course, but when we do streams at this time, like for Wayne's World Unlimited in the UK, it's like 10 p.m. already. So sometimes when we do streams later, our friends in the UK can't make it. It's really hard for anybody in Australia unless we do them really early or really late, because they're like 12 hours behind or ahead. But because I'm going to be able to mix the streams up a little bit more, we're going to be able to see some of our friends we haven't seen in a while. Lawless World TV, I think I said hello. Don Ray B is in the house. Good to see you here. Sam's Logs Trains and More, of course, is going to bring us a lot of train videos. Now, keep in mind, he's been with us for 4.5 years as well. This creator's production has increased. And what I mean by that is not just videos. He's been doing outdoor live streaming. Sam is publishing all the time. And this is really great. You can see, just in the last week, he's published 4 videos, basically, right? And he's working on 2,100 subscribers, monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support him, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. His channel does say vlogs, trains, and more. So there's a lot of trains, as you would expect. But there is a lot of vlogging on the channel, and of course a little bit more. He might do unboxing videos, product reviews, especially when we get into his live streams. You get an idea of some of the Q&A live streams he'll do, or trivia games. And he gives us a chance to get to know him and updates about the channel and his live streams. Shorts over here have gotten into 3,000, 4,000, and even 5, 6, and close to 7,000 views, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sam's Logs, Trains, and More. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine, and they're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things, but one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. For that reason, when we visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, we can be invited to meet more friends and family members for our own channel, the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Don Ray B's just dropping a super chat. Thank you for that. They've done that kind of thing countless times before. They're actually doing that for Henry Leslie Vermont. And that's a generous thing to have done. Second time we've seen something like that today, actually. But we absolutely do honor those. So we'll look at Henry Leslie Vermont next. They're an incredibly supportive creator. They've been with us here in Tuber Chat for a long time. It might be a couple of years by now. And I run into them almost every day, actually, when they are in the morning, early, supporting our dear friend Michael's adventures, along with other channels as well. So thank you for that. So we'll look at Henry Leslie Vermont and Don Ray B in another moment. And we're going to look at Greenland Quilter Katie in a quick second here. I thought there was one more thing that I wanted to mention, but it is escaping me right now. String is in the house. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And my imagination tells me pretty soon we're going to be moving pretty quickly. I added PK Adventure Travels to the wheel a while ago. I'm going to get another name from our chat list very soon. And that will be added to the wheel. It's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. So we'll do that shortly. Greenland Quilter Katie's monetized also. They've got a lot of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Working on 2,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Greenland Quilter Katie, I had started with this channel. You can see the red lines on all the videos. I kept catching the ones that are scenic looks around Greenland, which is really interesting because it's not just mountain views. You see glaciers and icebergs and everything else right in the water. And Greenland Quilter Katie, now I've started to be able to get into some other videos as well as shorts on the channel. Have gotten into 2,100, 2,800 views. We got a few friends that do a lot of quilting as well, but Greenland Quilter Katie's got a little bit more variety as well. You can see StreamYard panels here, and my guess is that we're going to see some familiar faces there and make some new friends while we're over there. And I see you've got a couple of different types of live streams here as well. So great to see that your channel's so active. Like I said, they're working on 2,200 subscribers and monetized, and they're here with us for almost every stream as well. And then let's think about what we're going to do next. We're going to look at Henry Leslie Vermont because Don Ray B dropped a super chat for them. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Now, Henry Leslie Vermont has been a friend, like I said, for that's got to be a couple of years by now. Sometimes I lose track. You often hear me say this person's been here for 4 years, this person's been here for 3 years. Of course, there's brand new channels in Tuber Chat just about every single day. And then, we've got friends that are, span over all of this time. Some have been here for weeks, some for days, some for months. And the reason why I put so much focus on it, and I try to remember, I can't remember every, length of every friendship here, but the reason why I put so much focus is just to instill the idea, especially for anybody newer here in our community, to understand that there are generous supporters out there literally waiting to meet you and support your channel years into the future. You know what I mean? It's impossible to see the future, but we get a bit of an idea by what we've been through in the last few years. There's friendships that will be built for years into the future here. So Henry Leslie Vermont has been with us a long time, and this is somebody I run into regularly, often over with Michael's Adventures. They do similar content here. Henry Leslie Vermont's got trail cam videos. They're bringing us a lot of wildlife on the channel, all outdoor content. They've got some shorts over here as well. Some of these are clips, some of these are complimentary content, and they've gotten into 5,000 and 6,000 views on the way towards 7,000. Lots of winter weather there, that interesting snow, which I don't look forward to shoveling. And I'm in Canada, so I get a bit of that. Henry Leslie Vermont is also working on 500 subscribers. At 460, they got to be getting excited about that. So hopefully we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone, and obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. The reason why we're putting that channel up on the screen right now is because Don Ray B dropped a super chat for them, similar to what Scratch and PPA did earlier in the chat for Jesse Miller unboxings and more. And it's a really generous thing to have done. And so, of course, we honor those as well. But Don Ray B's done that kind of thing countless times before. Official 1SP, good to see you in the house again. Thank you for coming in. That's another longtime friend. And yeah, Don Ray B, I would almost forget thumbs up as much as everybody. Probably I do. Because I'm not on a phone as often as I am the computer, so I have a routine, right? I get to somebody's channel, or I get to somebody's premiere or live stream, hit the thumbs up and share on Reddit, because it's almost like muscle memory, like routine. I do it all the time. You guys, everybody who's seen me anywhere at all in somebody else's premiere or live stream has seen that activity, and I only do it because it's so easy. To be honest with you, I know it's helpful. Reddit is a place a lot less common than Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or anything like that, but it's as fast and easy to share as it is on Twitter. And a lot of times people can get found. On Reddit, it's almost like a cross between a social network and a message board from back in the day. And what happens was when you share your videos on Reddit, they could be found by people searching for those terms, or they could come across it, you know, by chance. There's a lot of browse pages with a variety of different content over there, if that makes any sense. So Don Ray B is up on the screen right now, and this creator, obviously an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Thank you again for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. And like I said, she's done that kind of thing countless times before. She says each new day is an opportunity to make your dreams come true, and the idea behind that is to inspire us before we even get into the content. So Don Ray B will tell the story on her About section about the idea of wanting to live a homesteading lifestyle, and now has brought 4 acres for us to see in their YouTube channel. So I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. They take us around their property. They bring us a lot of product reviews, as a matter of fact. It's weird because for no reason at all, it's the product reviews that I've noticed more than anything else on this channel. She doesn't do a ton of them, but she has done a few, and I think it's just because I'm interested in the products that she happens to unbox. It's just coincidence. But Don Ray B always does a great job and is an incredibly authentic creator, a wonderful supporter. This creator's gotten into 2,500 views, won over 3,900, which is great to see. And this is one that I'm talking about. I always have this like post-traumatic stress disorder type idea when it comes to firewood. Every time I see any kind of firewood or something that looks like firewood, it brings back childhood memories of my father being furious with me because I would only carry the minimum amount of firewood around, and he would travel all over the place all day on Saturday or Sunday looking for firewood, and he'd never tell me. My parents never want to tell me where they're going. When I was a young lad, me and my sister both, whether we're going somewhere fun or somewhere not so fun, they would never say. It's always a surprise, and it would be just traumatic to say like, oh, we're going to pick up firewood for hours from everywhere we can get it from. So Don Ray B, anyway, I've joked about this a million times, but they've got this really cool log splitter, and I'm like, oh, then I might have enjoyed it if I had something like that. You know, my dad would leave me unsupervised with a chainsaw at a very young age, chopping firewood in the backyard or cutting tree branches and things like that. And then they would leave me very many times unsupervised with an axe, literally chopping firewood. My grandfather taught me how to do that as well. That I enjoyed, like blowing off steam, I'm sure, right? Don Ray B is working on 900 subscribers right now. They got a lot more on their channel, but I keep telling these stories, and live streams as well that they've experimented with. So hopefully we'll see some more of those. And I keep saying it, but we've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. Wayne's World Unlimited, thank you again. Like I said, they're in the UK, so they got a different schedule from us, but I always appreciate every moment. New Horizons Above and Beyond is with us just about every day as well. And forgive me for all I missed in the chat. Peter Dell is in the house, an enthusiastic creator. And just when I said that not many of our friends from Australia can catch us very often, actually Peter Dell's from Australia. He gives us a look around Australia and did beautiful videos, as a matter of fact. So Michael's Adventures is a beloved and dedicated moderator. We're going to look at his channel next. We're just going to go for another break. I'm going to grab a drink. Everybody can do the same thing. And what we're going to do right before we go on that break, I'm going to play another clip from that interview series. I play these all the time. It just extends those breaks, but I hope everybody enjoys these. I know I play a lot of the same ones, over and over and over again. Hopefully I'll expand that series, but we'll see. But they're very informative, and it's just to give you a taste of what's available in that interview series. Those videos all go on anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. There's well over 5 hours of content there, and all of the creators were asked for their opinion. I didn't really add a lot of my own, even though it's in an interview style. And the biggest thing about these creators is that they've all been longtime friends of us here in Tuber Chat, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course, but I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to I think it was 82 was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at the 4,000, when you're at 4,000 subscribers, aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start jump into a conversation like that instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
I was going to do a poll, but there's too many songs to choose from. And I'm getting the feeling that not very many people even know Boney M, not to mention listen to them. And sometimes I just want to talk about nonsense in the middle of our Tuber Chat live streams. I usually do it with a poll, but Peter Dell referenced it earlier. I used to be a DJ. So I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s, and I became a DJ at the end of that and was through the 90s and 2000s. But at the time, Boney M, who was very popular in the 70s and early 80s, was already considered classic, right? But I would have to play a lot of their music all the time. So there's a few songs that I remember. Rasputin, of course, is the biggest one. That's often played at weddings, at least around here. And then Ma Baker and Rivers of Babylon are a couple of others. I forget all of them, but I did a Google search in the background here just to have a look. But they are fun. I remember ABBA as well. Between the two of them, I'd have to play like each of those like every day, some kind of a classic dance floor filler type of song. But I thought I'd bring that up and see that it has all but no impact on our chat at all, so forgive me for that. Michael's Adventures is up on the screen right now. We're going to get a better look at this channel a little bit later when we go over for one of his premieres. He's got something coming up in just over an hour from now. He actually posts more than probably anybody in the Tuber Chat family. Pardon me, he's already got over 3,800 videos and shorts on his channel. He premieres every single day, usually at 9 a.m. Eastern, sometimes a second or third video, as well as at 9 p.m. a lot of the time. So this creator is putting a lot of wildlife out. I talked about this earlier because similar content to Henry Leslie Vermont a lot of the times, trail cam type footage. And he's got raccoons, deer, foxes, a lot of bird watching on the channel. Lately, he's been adding in a little bit of slot play. I believe that's on a phone, like a mobile device, and we've seen that in his shorts videos before. Sometimes he'll take us out for a drive along or a look around his area, a walk and talk type of video. And Michael's Adventures is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. A lot of what he does is unseen when it comes to the idea of helping creators with their watch hours when it comes to playlists and things like that. He's now monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Shorts on the channel feature some lottery ticket scratching, a little bit of outdoor content. There's another slot game on his channel that's been his best performing short for a long time here at 6,000. Which is great to see, and we'd love to push him towards the 1,600 subscribers we know that he's thinking about now. And he's a beloved and dedicated moderator, of course. And then, yeah, he recently had his avatar and banner changed up a little bit. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. VMC is coming right up right now. They got a special story behind their avatar. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. VMC is a channel we've seen a few times now. I'm just going to see if I can catch them through my search results. I'm not sure if they're still here. I hope so. And I'll see if I can catch their channel link. VMC is a really popular name, right? And whenever we have a really popular and short name on YouTube, they can struggle with the search results for a while. I have found over the course of the last few years that most creators get to the top of the search results and come up #1 for their name around the world once they get to about 800 subscribers. It seems to be a little bit faster actually these days because I've been telling that story or speech for a long time as well. I'm not seeming to be able to find them. We're gonna have to see if hopefully VMC is with us. I don't remember their handle name right now. So if VMC is still in the chat, just please say anything at all, and I'll be able to grab your link. They were with us for quite a while at the beginning of the stream. They're here for about an hour and a half. Or if they come back in, we'll get back to it. But what I'll do right now, we'll skip over. We'll get to another channel. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then thank you, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. Yes, absolutely. The handle, they got it right. Thank you, Scratch and PPA as well. So this is VMC. Now they're well over 500 subscribers right now, but like I said, it just happens to be a short and popular name. So I was just watching a video today. So this is another set of what I like to call numismatic collectible coins, but I think these are actually just circulated coins in a collection, if I'm not mistaken. I'm still learning about what they're bringing exactly on their channel, but we have a few friends that talk about numismatic collectible coins, currency, and precious metals. So it looks like more currency on this channel, actually, now that I'm digging through the thumbnails here. I was working on the computer while I was watching that. So when we look at shorts on this channel, though, we're going to see a little bit of variety there throughout the shorts, and a little bit more currency here and collectibles of value. They've got 1,200 and 2,100 views on some of these, and then a live stream a while back. We'll see if they're going to bring those back, but hopefully everybody will connect with VMC, and we'd love to push this channel towards the 600 subscribers we know they're thinking about now. Thank you again for grabbing that handle, Jesse and Pete. And then Crystal Sparkle is coming up right now. I just spun the wheel. When we look at what Crystal Sparkle's got going on, there's an interesting story here. She inspired a interview series with I Am Betty J Gathers, actually, and then just a couple of days ago she was on with I Am Betty J Gathers, just hanging out, and that series is a bunch of interviews. And so I was on with I Am Betty J Gathers as a part of that interview series the other day. I was grateful for that, because I've been meaning to do more StreamYard panels and join more people on their channels this year, and I haven't done nearly as many as I wish. Literally only a handful. Crystal Sparkle inspired the series, and then as well, like I said, just happened to be on having a conversation with I Am Betty J Gathers for quite a while the other day. This creator's been with us for just about every stream lately, and probably the most excited I've seen this year about Vlogmas. So for anybody dropping Vlogmas videos, if you want to just say so in the chat, like that you're doing Vlogmas, if you want to say, and then everybody else who's looking for those videos will know the different channels, like Canadian Family Life is doing it, I know for sure. Crystal Sparkle brings us typically a lot of conventions. So she takes us for outdoor adventures. These conventions feature a lot of cosplay, some performances, charity auctions, a lot of My Little Pony is a theme behind some of these, and some of that's like I say that stuff, some of the well, I don't know how to categorize it other than geeky type of stuff. My whole family, we're all geeks, from me and my sister, all of our kids. Everybody is into everything geek, whether it's Star Trek, Star Wars, you know, SpongeBob SquarePants, My Little Pony, and everything else. They've all been through. And some of our family has a lot of extensive collections of like Funko Pop figures and things like that. My sister's also into like a lot of horror and everything else, and goes out to a lot of the conventions. I don't get to as many as I'd like, but she actually is a vendor at some of the things. She makes things that people buy and things like that, and I try to visit her when I can. But so these conventions speak to me just because I understand a little bit. When we get to shorts on the channel, we see 3,000 views and beyond. One's on the way to 4, and one over 18,000, which is great to see. But there's a lot more variety there. And then live streams as well. I've been lucky to catch them. They put a few more live streams out recently. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. And Crystal Sparkle is not only an enthusiastic and truly dynamic creator, but they're somebody who engages true conversation every time they're here and everywhere I see them. Oh, thank you very much, Izzy Ska. They're just coming by quickly. And we'll spin the wheel. And then we'll see who's coming up next. It's time for me to add a couple of names onto the wheel as well, so I'll do that in a quick second. The Bud Files is going to come up. Leonica's in the house as well. They're dropping a super chat. Thank you for that. Absolutely Unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. They've done that countless times before. For that reason, we'll make their channel the next one we look at. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away when those things happen. And Hobbytown Chili and Koi, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then thank you, Izzy Ska. And then I am just looking at our list right now. Hopefully Sazzy's Way is still with us. I think they are. I just want to get a couple of names onto our wheel from our chat list. I was falling behind there. It looks like we're going to get to more newer channels than we usually do, which is great. Yeah, so Sazzy's Way, just please let me know if you're still here. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is probably still with us. Yeah, Bella's Whisper Farmstead is here, of course. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. Kristen is here with us for just about every stream as well, for which I'm grateful. Matthew's Bushcraft will get added to the wheel right now. They come to us from the Big Family Expedition channel. Yes, Peter Dell, absolutely. The Bud Files, I actually just got something from them today. Did I catch them in somebody else's thing? Yeah. Or no, I watched a video. Yes, this is the last video. And I commented on this one where they were taking us through, do we pronounce that Chadron State College? And the Bud Files always has a knack for grabbing the historical information. So in this particular video, so they're going through the college, and you can imagine it's just corridors and hallways and up and down stairs and things like that. But any type of school or educational institution is likely going to have some kind of historical information on the walls, tributes to either the founders or, the reason the school's there and things like that. But the Bud Files always does a great job with that. So the idea behind the channel, it's a family of creators. They seek to be modern day archaeologists. They bring us to different locations like abandoned locations. They bring us to graveyard cemeteries and other outdoor adventures. They've really expanded the content on the channel over the last couple of years. We've known them for about 4 years now. And they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Sue behind this channel does a really great job of keeping track of lots of their top supporters, and they do shout out videos for every 100 milestone. When we look at the Bud Files shorts videos, you get an idea of more of the variety where we get to know this family. They get into 3,000, 5,000, even 15,000 views on one of the shorts. And then live streams. I've caught them many times. So they could be singing, dancing, playing a game. They bring us into their home. They take us out for adventures. And they have been incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for as long as I can remember. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Bud Files. We would love to push them towards the 2,500 subscribers we know they're thinking about. And then Don Ray B, forgive me, I didn't notice it earlier. I keep not looking over to the side of the screen, but they took over our stream boss position. That's the video game life meter under my camera here. And every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss, along with highlighted milestone messages. The last person to knock them out and take over gets some extra exposure. So that's Don Ray B right now. Leonica also dropped a super chat just a moment ago, and I really do appreciate that extra extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, like I keep saying, but they've done that countless times before. Now, they got just a couple of videos for now, but they've got quite a few shorts on the channel and a lot of live streaming. So one of these shorts has gotten into 1,900 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are frequent, so you see they're at least once a week. And Leonica, obviously another dynamic creator that wants to bring us positivity and inspiration, but they also talk about gaming reviews, online shopping, and a little bit more. So hopefully everybody will connect with Leonica. They've actually been with us for quite a while as well. I think Leonica might have been with us for a year by now. Forgive me if it's longer and I'm forgetting, but I try to remember. I try to get an idea, if that makes any sense, of how long some of our friendships have gone on. Either way, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then let's spin the wheel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Don Ray B, yes, daring anybody to knock them out from the stream boss position there. And then Peter Dell, yes, in Canada it's cold now. It took a while. We seem to go from summer to winter. When I was a kid, I used to think we had like fall or autumn and spring, but it just doesn't feel that way anymore. We go from snow to sun and then right back to rain and snow again. This was the most mild, they call it, autumn season that I remember, and now we're getting close. We've already had a little bit of snow, but the interesting thing, if anybody does wonder though, you know, I grew up in Toronto and live in Niagara Falls. They're only about an hour and a half away from each other. Scott, rambling with the brooms, might even get more snow than we do, being closer to Ottawa. He's a beloved and dedicated moderator. I'll get him on the wheel right now. And in around Toronto, though, we get a little bit of snow before Christmas. It's possible to have a snowfall on Halloween, even though if it happens, it's usually just a light dusting, not too thick or anything like that. Over the course of November and December, we might get a little bit of snow, but almost every year we're looking out the window on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, wishing that we would get snow and never really knowing whether it's going to happen. And then Just Jason, Keto, and More had a little bit more than a little bit of snow, actually. If you look at his channel, I'm not sure if he put it on the channel. He showed us a picture, but yeah, I remember the barbecue was covered. So he might have had a foot of snow over there, close to it. And then it gets bad in January and February and starts to trail off after midway through March, let's just say. But it does get cold. I don't always, I can't off the top of my head just do the calculation easily. Apparently you take a Celsius number and then you double it and add 32. Why that works, I have no idea, but that's how we determine Celsius to Fahrenheit. So for our American friends, if it was 10 degrees Celsius here, that would work out to about 52 degrees. You know, obviously cooler than most people might like it. I happen to like the cold until it gets down to, you know, minus 10 and things like that, or around there. Around the 50s and below, I start to want to put a sweater or a jacket on. But I prefer the cold to the heat, but it's getting there now. Oh, there you go, 4 inches in a week. And then, yeah, mostly gone after raining, but that just makes us slush and everything else everywhere. Jason is a couple hours away in the West End, farther away from Toronto. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is sitting now close to 2,100 subscribers. They're actually going to have that milestone any moment. This is homesteading on a budget, and most often it's Kristen herself. Sometimes she's with Mike, or once in a while Mike will do a video of his own. What I talk about with this channel more than anything else is the idea that they bring a lot of thought and consideration into both the planning and execution in the videos here. I'm just going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. Some Christmas baking, maybe. Cool Whip cookies. I don't know if I've heard about that. Lately, she's been doing a few recipes on the channel, and they're interesting because there's some kind of a story behind it. So I don't find these to be typical things. Like, I've never seen a water pie before. Vinegar pie is another idea here. And then grocery hauls and things like that. She's done a couple of these before. There's one video I often reference, the idea of what it's like to buy an entire cow. And then she talks about, like, you know, the space that it takes to keep that together if you're going to try to freeze that kind of, you know, an abundant amount of meat and this and that. But always a considerate job, both in the planning and execution, like I said. So this is a channel I enjoy watching. And shorts over here, 2200, 2700, 3400. Live streams on the channel as well. Kristen's taken us out a few times by the river for a walk and talk. And then we're hoping for some more live streams, but we'll see. It's been a couple of months, and hopefully we can push them. Yeah, it looks like they might have just got that 2100 subscribers right this second as well. So homesteading tips, recipes, and how-to and do-it-yourself videos. They've got an incredible tiny home type video here. Not exactly as typical as when we type in the idea of tiny home into Google, the pictures that come up are all those you know, a tiny house on a trailer kind of a thing, you know, 8 feet wide or 10 feet wide or whatever they are. This is a different kind of barn dominium, which is another popular idea as well. But this is a video I really enjoyed watching. I just happened to think to myself, I aspire to have like something like this in my life one day. I always imagine like a cottage or something like that, but it would be a perfect cozy type of size, and they just did a spectacular job. So I just talk about that once in a while. But hopefully everybody will connect with Bella's Bisper Farmstead Kristen. She's here with us for just about every stream. And for us, it's 6 p.m. right now, Eastern. Peter Dell. And this is an early morning video for you. Not to mention Australia's got, I believe, a couple of different time zones in it as well. So some of our friends are caught at different times, like Unstable TV and Ghostly Winds and Come Hither with Heather and a few others. Awkward Quilter, Georgia. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, Mona Did What has been a long-time friend and supporter of this channel. She's got a dynamic personality as well. She's got quite an audience, but thank you for that. Yeah, as we all follow more and more channels, it becomes harder and harder to see everybody frequently. So some of the friends that you see every day in the beginning, you start to see once a week, eventually once a month, and then, you know, you got to make a lot of effort to try to catch everybody. But as long as we're all doing as much as we can for everybody, for everybody else, everybody will be just fine. Mona Did What is doing fantastic over there. She's been strong and solid, you know, growing channel for a long time. Scratching with Riz, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then Rocky Top Scratcher is up right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So Rocky Top Scratcher up on the screen right now is working on 400 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone when we look at their videos. I see they're posting frequently here, so I'm a little bit behind. I'm just going to grab the video they put up an hour ago. I'll put that into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use that helps me keep or get caught up with creators. Just a fun name for a playlist, but playlist can be a great tool for that. And then when we look at Rocky Top Scratcher, we're going to see lottery ticket scratching, which I talked about and mentioned it several times, that it's a very popular and exciting genre on YouTube. This is really cool. They got a lot of scratching coins and devices here. And a lot of our friends with scratching channels make custom they get their custom coins done, which is really, really cool. 580 views, 1,100, 2,000 views on a few of these shorts videos. And then collaborations as well in live streams, which is great. Hopefully that continues. It's a great way to grow your channel quickly. And Rocky Top Scratcher has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a while. I'm not sure it's been a year yet, but it might be. And then Create and Relate, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We already looked at that channel, but they have a question in the chat talking about storage. 3 months on YouTube and you're full, so I understand. So myself personally, I'll just show you, not that you need to see it. I'm sure everybody here has probably seen an external hard drive, but this, for instance, is a hard drive that I use. I happen to be using a Lacey right now, or Lacey, however we pronounce that. It's from Seagate. I prefer Western Digital, for those of you who would want to know, just because in my lifetime, I've always been on computers from my teenage years all the way along. It's longer than you think, I'm sure. But I have used many, many, many hard drives of different types, both internal and external. I haven't really switched to too much SSD yet. Obviously, my Mac computer would have an SSD in it. Newer computers usually do, but I use a lot of hard drives as well. And I know they can be expensive, but there are ways that you can get an adapter, let's just say, if you know, budget is an issue or something like that. I mean, we all should be as cost conscious as possible at all times, in my opinion. But you can get to, even Best Buy likely has them, or a computer outlet or store, even private, small, mom and pop shop type computer places will have it. An adapter where you can take any hard drive from any computer, put it inside, and then it'll connect to your computer with a USB or USB-C or something like that. So if you had an old computer lying around, or one that, you know, doesn't seem to work, or nobody's using, or a friend's got one and things like that, you might be able to get a hard drive like that into an adapter and then expand your storage that way. Otherwise, I use a couple of cloud services. Google Drive gives us a bit of free space. OneDrive from Microsoft gives us a bit of free space. iCloud from Apple, I happen to pay for just because I use iPhone and Mac and iPad. You know, like, so I've got a handful of devices over a lifetime, of course. But hard drives are the biggest thing. And it's very easy to back up your channel. I wish for everybody to save everything that you can. If space is really becomes an issue, one of the things you can think about is getting rid of the file that you upload to YouTube once you've edited your video, if you still have all the raw footage. Or like somebody like myself, I use Final Cut Pro. So I save my project files, but I save all the raw footage as well. If I had to, I could get rid of the final videos and just re-export them one day if I needed them. But that's just an idea. So you have a Western Digital 22 terabyte getting on full. So one of the things that I can tell you, let me see how quickly I can open up something here. I don't know if this is going to work as well as I think. This will be good information for everybody. Let me see if there's something I could do here. This Final Cut Pro is just a beefed up version of iMovie. I don't know how quickly I'm going to be able to do this. Let me just see. I don't know where that went. And then let me see if I can find a video file of any size here. Okay. Let me see if I can make a project here. You don't need to worry about the process that I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to get a video into my editing program. And it doesn't matter which program you're using or app or anything like that. What we're going to talk about, or what I want to mention, is the idea of the project settings, right? So in something like Final Cut, I can go into my project pardon me, and I can modify the settings and change the resolution. If space is really an issue, maybe you don't want to publish everything in 4K. You could drop this down to 2K. You could drop it down to 1080 or 720 if you needed to. Same goes for vertical videos. You can drop the quality if you want to. That I wouldn't recommend before the next thing I'm going to show you. When you're exporting your video, we'll just pretend that this is a video that I've not already edited, like I'm just about to export it. This is one I'm working on for another channel actually, or have already done. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my settings when I'm about to export it. And when I go over here, what I can do is I can choose different, let's say, formats or technologies. And I'll see if I can show you what this is going to look like. So if I choose a format on Apple that just is video and audio together, you see how the video wants to go out. I don't know how well you can see this. You have to be on a computer for this. It says it's going to come out at 37 gigabytes for this video, which is 8 minutes long, 8.5 minutes. That is absolutely ridiculous. But this is the world we live in, right? Editing videos. Now, if I just change the settings here, I can do it for a computer, which is probably going to put it out as an MP4 video. I can change my settings to faster encoding or better quality. The quality, I promise you, really doesn't matter as much as we think it does. You can knock down the resolution here. So if I go back to the settings that I had for a quick second here, and I change, there's a lot of different settings. You have to learn about these, but you can, pardon me. You can try all the different ones and see how large the video is going to be when you export it. You can also change the resolution. So what I do with my Final Cut Pro, I export as if it's going to be put on an Apple device. Even though it's not, I'm going to upload it to YouTube. It becomes smaller than an MP4 video. So if I go to the same resolution, which is 4K, I put all videos out at 4K, it's going to be 1.27 gigabytes. That is 37 times smaller almost, right? 30 times smaller than the video we were just going to export. This is a big, big, big tip for anybody who hasn't seen this before. This has to do with compression. You really don't need to know all the details about it. You just need to know that by playing with some of these settings or asking somebody who knows to help you and show you, you'll be able to compress the size of your video. It doesn't change the look of it at all. It doesn't change the quality at all. It just has to do with the way computers work, video files work, video editing programs work, and things like that. So when you dig through these different ideas, that's a way. Like, so for instance, look, by changing one setting, it wants to jump back up to 2.5 gigs, double the size. It doesn't have to. And it took me a while to get through these and learn them as well. If you absolutely must, you can lower the resolution here, and you'll see that now we've dropped into less than half the size just by putting out a 1080 video instead of a 4K video. These are ideas. Now, I have not an unlimited amount of space, but when you tell me you've got 22 terabytes and it's already taken up, I can tell you right now, in a lifetime of everything I've saved, has not worked out to 14 terabytes. And I've been in computers my whole life, either in audio as well as video, which means fairly big files. So some of these settings might be able to help. I hope that's useful in some small way. I know it's very clunky and not a very good description, but I'm actually going to make a note for myself about that as an idea. And pardon me while I literally physically do this right now. I've been saying for 4 years I hope eventually to make videos for Superchat, but that is a great idea to help people with file size. Sean's Nerdcraft Corner, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. So Terry is here, and 22 terabytes is huge. I have one hard drive. I think it's 14 terabytes. I bought one, and then I fell off the desk, and I destroyed it in no time, and it was hundreds of dollars down the tubes. And then I bought one to replace it, and that one is fine. What I do, though, just for anybody that wants to know, so I actually work always on an external hard drive. So when I buy a computer, like I bought a beefy new Mac not too long ago, smallest screen size possible, smallest hard drive possible, in the newest computer I could get. So what that does, make it work out to about 3,000 Canadian dollars, about 2,200 American, 2,300, something like that. So expensive, obviously, because it's a MacBook, but I got the smallest one that's going to last me for 5 or 10 years, let's say. The reason why is because I'm not going to use the space on the computer. I'm going to use the space on an external hard drive and save all my video files out there. I'm even going to work off that hard drive. Anybody would think, but that's not safe. Kevin, you just said you dropped your hard drive off a desk and destroyed everything. Yes, but I keep 2 copies of everything as well. So I take this little hard drive, I'll take it home on the weekend. I will copy everything on this 5 terabyte hard drive. I don't know if you can see the sticker on that, but I always put those stickers on my hard drive so I know how big they are. And then I know which one is which then. And I'll have, you know, a 5 gigabyte folder, or 5 terabyte folder on my 14 terabyte hard drive, so that I know that that matches this particular hard drive. You just have to find a way to coordinate those or color code them or something like that. I like to make things easy. So I always have at least 2 copies of everything. I'm never going to lose more than a couple of days' work. And if I have something really important, I'll put it on Dropbox or iCloud or Google Drive or somewhere else. I use all of them because of this space issue. So these are ideas. So I know that's a bit of a long speech, but it's very important when we think about backing up our channels. And I know that hard drive space can be expensive. And so, create and relate. I hope that was helpful. I hope you're still here. I hope I didn't put everybody to sleep. But that's important stuff. So I hope it's helpful. Matthew's Bushcraft is coming up. So what we'll do right now, we'll take another break. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play another one of these clips. Probably the last one for today from our video series. And these are, again, interviews that I have had with some friends of ours. They've been with us many years, and they're very informative. I hope everybody will go and watch the full videos, but this is just a quick tidbit, and all of these creators have long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Superchat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group. And there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back, you know. Mm-hmm. So always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
But we're linked by the ways. But they will know somebody that's scale modeling, and they will mention me to them.
Right. So
there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in the weekend, and Superchat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap that it is.
There you go,
you know, and so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or what was it, 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Super Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here. And you've doubled that number. You're still growing now, so
it's very slow growth. Because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to
Okay.
160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So even though, but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back. But I needed the break. I really did. You know, and I think YouTube have cottoned onto this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yep.
Definitely.
Improving over time.
Improvement is it, and also it's good. It's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. Okay, pardon me, everyone. We're going to come right back. I got to take another few minutes. I just wanted to address something quickly. So, Hadgeways, I know there are channels that talk about the idea of needing 24 hours, but We've been doing this for about 4 years now, and I promise you, every time I connect to a creator, it's right that instant. So lots of times I'll meet somebody in somebody else's premiere or live stream. They'll say they've connected with me, and I will go right to their channel while we're still in the same premiere or live stream, connect with them, and it works every time. So we don't do that here, where people wait 24 hours. Just so you know, everybody can connect with everybody right away. As long as everybody follows the instructions that are in our video description, everybody should be fine. So pardon me, everyone. Again, we're just going to take another 3.5 minutes. We'll come right back.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Superchat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Superchat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Superchat, get in the flow. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Superchat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Superchat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.
All right, thank you everyone for your patience. I just needed a couple extra seconds there. I forgot to charge my mouse today, and you can see it's increased a little bit. Will be good for the rest of the stream. Should be here for another half hour. Michael's Adventures will have a premiere right after Superchat so that we can continue doing what we're doing and connecting with other creators. Dolores, good to see you in the house. They're a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in. I did step away from the computer. I know Judgment Day. Mike Harper is here. And yes, thank you. Rambling with the Brooms actually was the one who sent over that song after Jake Huston had made it. It was a wonderful surprise. We try to play it once per stream. Sixpose is back as a long time friend. She's been with us 3 or 4 years now. And Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Forgive me. I was supposed to get Matthew's Bushcraft ready to go, but we'll do that right now. We'll start moving through channels a little bit faster. When we look at what Matthew's Bushcraft is doing on their channel, this creator actually comes to us from the family behind Big Family Expeditions channel. And this creator is going to teach us to learn survival skills for people of all ages, actually. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. This will be a really interesting video. Looks like probably very informative. 8 different tarp types of shelters. I haven't done this before. When I have done, I was a Boy Scout and this and that, and we went camping and competitions and all that. We actually like just had tents or, you know, trailers and things like that. I haven't had a true shelter that was made in this way. But this is really cool, and Matthew's Bushcraft is going to teach us lots of different survival skills. When we get into shorts on the channel, we see 2,200, 2,800 views on a few of these, and this creator now is working on 200 subscribers, so we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Matthew's Bushcraft is here with us frequently, and his whole family behind Big Family Expedition is usually here with us as well, or often is what I mean to say. Judgment Day Mike Harper, thank you so much for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated, of course, and he's done that countless times before. He's got a couple of channels for us to look at. Ben Cyan Games, and thank you for that. Yeah, AI music from a system called Suno, S-U-N-O. Jake Huston has made dozens of those theme songs for different channels. People like Butler Family Farm, Canadian Family Life, Bella's Whisper Farmstead have all cut trailers for their channel on top of those theme songs, which is really cool. I use mine just for an extra break. living large, says Six Bows is back. Absolutely. Living the dream, I like to say. And then Driving Daily, good to have you in the house as well. And oh, Driving Daily's monetized. That's great news. Great news. Lewis Acre Farm Karma, good to see you in the house as well. And then, yeah, Rambling with the Brooms. I was in a troublemaking troop of Boy Scouts back in the day in Rexdale, and we were just known as, like, just awful. I don't know if it's just misbehavior or what it is. And it was the weirdest thing because we would go to competitions occasionally. I was lucky to make it to a jamboree. I forget what city they did that in when I was so young and able to do that, 1980 something. But we would be known as like, oh, here come the idiots, you know, when we'd arrive at competitions. But we would sweep everybody, not in everything all the time, but a lot of different things. But I remember greatly. And then the Stock Explorer was doing the same thing. And yeah, I just didn't have an attention span to. I didn't achieve many of the badges and things like that. I just wanted to hang around and play the games and stuff that we otherwise do. Judgment Day Mike Harper's up on the screen, so they dropped a super chat. Thank you for that. Like I said, they've done that countless times before. Judgment Day Mike Harper is going to bring us, oh, here's a different kind of video, Yu-Gi-Oh unboxing. I haven't ever, I believe that's a game, isn't it? Like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon and stuff. But forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. They've got some video gameplay here, a lot of movie reviews. And Judgment Day Mike Harper is bringing us shorts that have got 1,100, 1,400, one of them over 2,100 now, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel are occasional, but it looks like they've actually been stepping these up now to a couple of times a week on average. And then he's got a second channel, Michael W. Harper, is where we get to know this creator a little bit better. And Michael W. Harper has 83 subscribers right now. We'd love to push him towards that first 100. Lots of DVD reviews on this channel and some talking head videos, along with shorts over here as well. These have gotten into 400 and on the way towards 500 views. And then live streams on this channel are experiment up to many months ago. We'll see if they're going to do those again. But we've got notification bells on for every single channel that's in the spirit of of doing as much as we can for each other, making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Six Bows is back, is dropping a super chat as well. Thank you, Judgment Day Mike Harper, and Six Bows is back. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated, and they've both done that many times before. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away when that happens. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. So we're going to look at Six Bows is back right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. When we look at the idea of watch hours, Lewis Acre Farm Karma is asking, so there's a discrepancy between the total watch hours on the channel over a period of time and the ones that qualify for monetization. So YouTube lets us know not every single watch hour or watch minute counts towards monetization. There's a couple rules for that. Shorts never count. They've got their own monetization system, which is more confusing and a headache for everybody, I'm sure. Forgive the sarcasm. But the watch hours can come from different areas. So let's say you're lucky enough to have one of your videos picked up by a blogger that's got email newsletter or something like that. Somebody might be doing on the internet top 10 list of something. It could be anything at all. With Six Bows is back, it could be a 10 top hauling YouTubers, or it could be 10 top cooking videos. Somebody like myself, I've had it happen where a music video that was not mine, like not that I took content I shouldn't have taken, but it's just a song that I put as a video that got like thousands of views right away, and it was because this blogger picked it up and put it in a top 10 list of like Christmas songs or whatever. I've since unlisted it because it really has nothing to do with my channel, but it was something I did in the first year. That's the only reason I know this kind of thing can happen. So your videos can be embedded in other people's website pages if you would like them to, which all of us 99% of the time would like. It's a setting you could turn off if you want to, call embedding, so people cannot embed it into a web page. But in most cases, we want that to happen, and it's possible. There are other places where people can catch YouTube videos, possibly a Google page itself or many other search engines and things like that around the world. So it's possible for people to watch your video in a place that's not actually on YouTube, although it's a tiny fraction for most of us of any of our traffic. That's a couple of reasons why the watch hours don't equal. The only number that matters is the one on the earn page. So when that one says you got 3,000, you're monetized, it will not be before that. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming into the chat. I see Santa Claus North Pole Canada is here. That's the Newman's Maniac. They happen to be a member. I'll get them on the wheel right away. And I'm going to start moving it a little bit faster. Michael's Adventures has a premiere coming up in 20 minutes. It's okay if we go overtime. I think he's going to be on for a couple of hours today, but we'll be able to go over there and raid in and continue meeting friends the same way we are here. I'll start dropping the link for that in about 5 minutes. Six Bows is back, is going to give us some information on their About section. They've been a friend of ours for probably 4 years, probably 4 by now. Mom of 6 girls. Grocery hauls, cooking videos, and some vlogging, and a chance to get to know her. I've caught her for many live streams. As it is, she's taken off to Walmart for this video. I'm just going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit. She's monetized with over 5,000 subscribers, which is great to see. And she's got a dynamic personality as well, and does a great job of keeping up with her friendships. No matter how many times I show up in her live streams, it's few and far between now, but she's always got familiar faces in there, remembers where everybody's from, what everybody's doing. 21,000 views, 39,000 views, and one at almost 100,000 views for her shorts videos, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. This is an incredibly authentic authentic creator. That's a great way to describe Sixpose is back, from the friendship that I've had with her and how long we've known each other. This creator will do live streams frequently as well. So hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. It's been a while, but Sixpose is back could literally be doing anything. I saw her. I don't know if she was moving or if it was just that she was having her refrigerator replaced. I'm never going to forget that day, just because I was hanging out in the live stream for quite a while. And Sixpose is back and make entertainment out of almost anything. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Like I said, monetized, but they're obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and have been for as long as I've known them. Let's spin the wheel. Lucy Grace 56 is coming in. Good to see you here. And then Silver Assassin Metal Detecting is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. When we look through what they're doing, I often will tell the story, or it's not really a story, but thinking about metal detecting, I'd always thought when I was a kid it'd be a great idea to go up and down the beach and try to catch change from people. And Silver Assassin Metal Detecting catches much more. There's a bit of history on the channel, actually. And yeah, so they literally say that, from Massachusetts. And it's interesting, all the different artifacts that they'll come across in their searches, right? Both in videos as well as shorts. They live stream as well. When we get into the shorts on the channel, we see that they've gotten into 1,600, 3,700 views, and then live streams on the channel they've just experimented with. We'll see if they're going to bring those back. This one here, I think they found 3 different things in this video. I watched that one this morning. And Silver Assassin Metal Detecting has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They've been with us a while too. Rainy Ridge, forgive me, I saw you in here a while ago. I'm just barely about to get you onto the wheel right now. Members are always supposed to be added onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then Hilda DC's pulling Woody and Wendy out. And then, yeah, Lewis Acre Farm Karma. But the truth is, like, everybody who wants to get monetized gets there. I know for a lot of us, it seems like a long wait, and there's frustration that comes along with it. The only consolation I can really offer is the idea that I promise you it's faster today than it was when I started 7 years ago. When I started running the very first channel that I ran, which was not mine, I started my channel a year later. It took us 6 months to get 100 subscribers. And you can imagine how far we've come from that day now that this community exists and everything else, right? Bottle caps and square nails. Yes, I hope you find them before we run over them. I've had that happen more than once. Outgoing Azzy, good to see you in the house. The Stock Explorer's up on the screen. This is Nora. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Now, when we look at the Stock Explorer, they're from Florida. Nora here does a few different things. They started their channel with stock and crypto talk, mostly stock market. When we look through their older videos, you can see they were talking about things like NVIDIA a couple of years ago, which is now the world's biggest company. Nora often has product in hand, and they bring us both beginner tutorials and advanced topics. They bring that through video, shorts, and streams. They've expanded the content on the channel over the last couple of years. Now they bring us a lot of lottery ticket scratching. They got a series going on right now called Scratching with Strangers, where they're literally meeting people and scratching lottery tickets with them right away. The latest one was at a charity type demonstration or event, which is really cool. The Stock Explorer is hoping to get 100 views on each one of these videos. Pardon me, so in the spirit of helping each other as much as we can, I hope everybody will check this series out. The Stock Explorer has been doing a lot of lottery ticket scratching lately, and Nora's mixed up a lot of variety into the shorts videos. A good chance to get to know her, but some of these shorts have gotten 4,000. Look at this one at 11,000 views. We know that that one still trickles in views as well. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then when we get into live streams, I've been missing the last couple. This one I'm going to rerun. I don't know why my red line is not all the way across. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and I'll run it at the end there. But the Stock Explorer, like Superchat, doesn't have a schedule. Nora's a really hard worker, and their schedule mixes up a little bit, so they get on when they can, but they often collaborate with other creators. So it could be Nora talking stocks and crypto. It could be friendly conversations, StreamYard panels. I've joined them on their channel. And otherwise, they're doing a lot of lottery ticket scratch battling lately with other creators, and that could be very fast-paced and high energy. I talk about their live chat rivaling those of Hilda DC or Scratch and PPA, and then hopefully everybody will connect with the Stock Explorer and push Nora's channel up towards the 2,300 subscribers we know that they're thinking about. They're a beloved and dedicated moderator, and I'm happy to say a dear friend. They have been for a long time, another creator who cares deeply about the welfare of everybody in the Tuber Chat community and their own community surrounding their channel. They got another channel here called Tropical Buzz. I'll leave it to you to go check that out. It's more of a hobby channel for Nora, seeking to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves. And then thank you so much, Outgoing Azzy. Yes, I always appreciate you hanging out in the background. Donald Lazy Duck, good to see you in the house as well. And Santa Claus North Pole Canada did some metal detecting as well. Sleigh bells, yes. They always make me laugh in the chat. Dolores is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I had to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Dolores, let's see what they've got going on their channel. Hopefully it comes up for us. This is another creator with a short name that's very popular, but look at this. They've actually come up #1 with just over 200 subscribers, which is great to see. Your search results will be different than mine, of course. Some of it's based on geographics, but it's great to see creators with popular names rising up the search results. This is why we search, find, and click on each other's names. Dolores here is working on 300 subscribers now. They'll be thinking about it soon enough. And they've got some tutorials here. So they're talking about Canva, one of the programs that we talk about here. It's an app or a program, website rather, for your computer. And I've used it before. I've both paid for it and used it for inspiration. And it can be a great way to get beautiful looking banners, thumbnails, and everything else. So I'm just going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list right now. They'll give me a chance to catch up with them. And then when we look at their About section, they give you a bit of an idea of what to expect here. Just a pink girl in a pink world, and then shorts on the channel here have gotten into 500 views, one at almost 900 views, which is great to see with some inspiration in those shorts, and then live streams as well. So they got a live stream coming up in a few days. They've been doing a podcast for a while now. They seem to be bringing these out weekly, so I'll be looking forward to that. We got notifications on for every single channel, and we set notifications for every single thing we see, like premieres and live streams, just in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Emotion New Soul, forgive me, I didn't say hello when you came in, but I saw you there. I put you on the wheel. Writing with Emotion New Soul is his second channel, and this is a talented singer, songwriter, producer, and performer that brings us his original works on his official artist channel in the form of music videos. This creator also will give us a look at how the music is made. He's got a second channel just for that, as a matter of fact. He rounds out this channel with compilations as well as shorts, and then and reaction videos. This creator's gotten into 1,400, 1,700 views on a few of these shorts videos. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got their 10,000 subscriber celebration coming up this weekend. We'll raid in there on Sunday. I've already got the stream set up. I forget, I let the moderators know it's going to be at 4 o'clock. I think it's going to start at 5:30, and Emotion New Soul will be on at 8 p.m. Eastern. So he'll already be started before we roll in there, but he'll likely be on for beyond an hour that day. Emotion New Soul is another creator who's been with us from the beginning, or pretty close to it, as a beloved and dedicated moderator and member. When we look at writing with Emotion New Soul, we see another deeper look at how the music is made, as well as a better look at the man behind the music. And then this creator as well rounds out this channel with some more shorts and some reaction videos and compilations. One of the things that this creator occasionally does, though, and I'll go back to his original channel so you can see this, is tiny desk style concerts, which is likely what we're looking forward to on Sunday, where this creator will literally perform live. And it's all originals over there. But anybody who hasn't already heard this creator, I'm sure will be impressed. I describe their style and their music as new soul R&B music. But this creator, once you hear them the first time, sounds like, or feels to me like I had heard them a million times before. And I'm sure that that's just not because of their voice and their style, but also because of their songwriting ability and their experience as well. It takes a long time to get great at any craft, but Emotion New Soul has been at this a long time, and they've been with us for 4.5 years now. And then so definitely a live performance concert on Sunday is what we have to look forward to. There's Corinne's life. I got a story to tell about her. I got no time for story time today, but I'm going to tell a story anyway. Yeah, Tiny Desk Concerts, like NPR says, Jesse Miller, very similar. And then that's where Emotion New Soul will literally perform. Sometimes he runs compilations. Rambling with the Brooms was just about to drop a super chat, and his name came up anyway. It's funny. But he's done that many times before. So thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated always. He's done that many times before. He's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and member, but it was just coincidence. The wheel chose you right before you did that. And then, yeah, I'll make it very quick when I get Corinne's Life's channel up on the screen, if I don't forget between now and then. Oh, Scott took over the stream, boss. My dear goodness. Thank you, Scratch and PPA, for catching that. Don Ray B got knocked out. I didn't think that was going to happen, actually, today. But, yeah. And then, yeah, Peter Dell, Wild Cherry. I think that was the song behind Vanilla Ice, too, if I'm not mistaken. And then Rambling with the Brooms is up on the screen right now, working on 4,300 subscribers. They bring us homesteading-style content. Scott will bring us into his home or out to his property or out on the road. He meets up with other creators and brings us a lot of travel videos as well. I've caught him in Sugar Shack making maple syrup and live stream as well. Shorts on this channel feature some Canadian famous winter weather, and he's gotten into 2,400, 3,100, even 7,800 views and beyond. Monetized, of course, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and live streams on the channel every Thursday and Friday as a minimum. Sometimes he takes us on the road and brings us a pop-up. Lots of times he has StreamYard panels with people for us to meet. He's always been an advocate for helping other channels grow, especially when they get to or on their way to a first 100 subscribers, if that makes any sense. One of the projects he's got going on right now is a cruise that's going to go from Seattle to Alaska in August of this year. They're trying to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters. That's between Scott from Rambling with the Brooms and Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead. Travel Escapes with the Brooms is another channel from this creator where he's bringing us exclusively travel content. He's got a few shorts over here and a couple videos already, and we'll be looking forward to more. He's working on 400 subscribers. We'd love to push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then I've dropped a link for Michael's Adventures. He's got a premiere coming up right now. We're going to go over there and raid. Everybody can continue meeting new friends while we're over there. And Corinne's Life is another beloved and dedicated moderator and member here. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then when we look at Corinne's Life, we see a channel that literally does encompass everything that is Corinne's Life. This creator brings a lot of vlogging, but she could be cooking, she could be cleaning, she could be taking us on a trip, doing some travel. Corinne's Life also happens to be a small business owner. So what she does is she produces merchandise like hats, mugs, t-shirts, like the ones I'm holding in my hand right here. And Corinne's Life has sent over a lot of different things, as a matter of fact. She's been a dear friend for a long time, an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. You'll have to imagine what I'm telling you because I don't have it to show where I am right now. One of the things that she printed for us a long time ago, she made me and Kristen Welton a blanket. And literally a blanket like you put on a bed, like a throw, so you can, just get a little bit warmer if you need to or whatever. It's decorative as well. But she can print photos onto the blankets. And so we recently have been rearranging a few things in our apartment, but we have a room that, for lack of a better term, we would use as somewhere where somebody could stay if they were visiting and this and that. A spare bedroom, lots of family comes and visits several times a year, especially with Christmas coming up and all that. And what we do, though, is, we'll put the cats love the blanket. We have a couple cats, but the blanket has a photo of Kristen and I know it's Kristen's favorite photo of us together. We were at a wedding at the time. And the photo is printed onto the blanket. So what we do is if somebody stays over, we give them that blanket so they don't have a choice but to bask in our love and positivity whenever they're there. So forgive me, I had to tell that story. I was thinking about it earlier when I was talking about Butler Family Farm and the bowl he was making and how some of these things can have meaning for people. Corinne's Life has sent over lots of different things though, but she can print just about anything that needs to be printed, so you can keep that in mind when you're thinking about merchandise for your own channel. Shorts over here feature a lot of variety, but she comes to us from Nova Scotia. Pardon me, I'm racing too fast. Nova Scotia. So she's got some more of that famous Canadian winter weather in some of these shorts. She's got 18,000 views on one of these, 38,000. I think that one still gets views, and 77,000 on another one, which is great to see. Live streams are frequent on the channel as well. She just did a birthday stream a week ago. I'm just going to put that back into my catch-up list and rerun it. Don't know why my red line is not all the way. Pardon me, I was there. Corinne's Life is monetized, working on 3,300 subscribers, and I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of 3,000 or beyond. We ended up getting a little bit busier today than I thought we were going to when we started the stream. I've just dropped a link for Michael's Adventures. Again, it's a premiere, so anybody can hop over there. The chat's already rolling, and he's going to give us another couple of hours that we can continue what we're doing here, meeting new friends, and all of our moderators allow that, of course. And then Rushing Wind Mountain, good to see you in the house, renewing that membership. I really do appreciate that. And Backyard Trucker is here. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone. And then Backyard Trucker does a lot of streaming. Vlogmas, it's a challenge, that's for sure. I've not attempted it because it's so much work. But Backyard Trucker does a lot of, live streaming. and so that's where the bulk of his audience is. Santa Claus North Pole Canada is a channel that comes to us from another creator known as the Numismaniac. They happen to be a member here. We'll look at their other channel in a minute. But this is a really unique channel with a very cool idea behind it. We can get messages to and from Santa Claus through this channel. So working on 400 subscribers, as I roll over these, you might get an idea if they want to roll over. I don't know if they will. Are they too short or something? We get an idea of how these messages, there we go, can be sent to or from Santa Claus. So I hope everybody will check this channel out. I had always thought that this channel was more active during the Christmas season. I'm sure that it actually is, but they actually are active all year, and especially at a couple of different times, like Christmas in July is something that's brought to us from this channel. And I know that the creator behind these channels is very community minded, not just here on YouTube, but in real life as well. They get involved in their literal community in Edmonton, Alberta. When we look at their channel, we're going to find numismatic collectible coins more than anything else. This summer they ran a challenge where they were doing daily videos and giving everybody an opportunity to go out, learn something quickly, come back and compete to have a giveaway on the channel. He did many of these, and this creator's also got some shorts on the channel. These features a bit more variety, but some of those numismatic collectibles are there. Some winter weather, and one of his shorts has gotten into 1700 and beyond. Live streams on the channel often feature the skipper himself and some StreamYard panelists that will come on. There's a lot of history to be learned on the channel, as you can imagine as well. He's well over 1,000 subscribers now, so I hope everybody will connect with him, both on the Numismaniac and in Santa Claus North Pole Canada. I know that Michael's Adventures premiere is starting right now, so anybody can hop over there. I'm going to get through a few more channels here. We'll look at Handicapped Travelers. They're going to give us travel videos with a certain perspective, and you'll get an idea of that when you get to their About section and read about the channel. And they're here with us just about every stream lately as well. When we look at what they've got on their channel, they are bringing a little bit of variety in between the travel-based talk and content. Some cooking videos here lately. I'm just going to grab the latest cinnamon roll biscotti video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them. And sometimes they take us for outdoor adventures, and then especially travel is the basis of the channel, of course. Shorts over here have gotten into 1,400, 2,600 views and beyond, and then live streams. So they've got one coming up later. They're going to do actually literally a Christmas live stream, so we'll be looking forward to that. And they live stream fairly frequently, at least once a month. They give us a chance to get to know them more than anything else. And the snow chased them indoors, they say. Yes, we see a little bit of snow, especially in their shorts videos there. Just a little bit, but it's there. Rainy Ridge is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. Rainy Ridge is somebody who's been with us for several months now, and when we get into their videos, this is what I just watched. I watched this, I think, this morning, and this is really cool because they're bringing us around their office but decorating for Christmas. And I'm always happy to see, you know, holiday spirit or celebrations of any kind, especially, you know, when you got to be at the same place all the time, day after day after day. You know, not everybody hates their job or hates their workplace and things like that. I've been lucky because my workplace is usually always change, if not the people, then the scenery. But the idea of having some holiday spirit of any kind, I think is great, so I was happy to see that. They got a Christmas light display as well. These are popular during the Christmas season. Of course, nobody needs me to say that, but we know that that's true. Lots of creators will come out with these. Just Chasing Keto and Moore's got one from Niagara. I haven't been able to get out and get one yet. Maybe this weekend I'll get out there. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Rainy Ridge, though. Eric and Tina, and they have a small woodworking shop, and they're going to cut some firewood. They're going to bring us outdoors, going to bring us on the road, and then into their home as well. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 11,000 and 18,000 views and beyond, which is great to see, and then live streams as well. So StreamYard panels where they can collaborate with others, which is great to see. That's a great way to grow your channel quickly. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. And then they're working on 2,400 subscribers. Rushing Wind Mountain, did I not put you on the wheel? I might have not. We'll do that in a quick second there, but thank you for renewing that membership. And then, yeah, Peter Dell, we're out of time. We've been on for 3 hours now. Backyard Truckers coming up. This is a creator that is a self-employed truck driving business owner. This creator is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, they put out a couple of Christmas videos for us. But Backyard Trucker said when they started the channel, they were going to film just about anything and everything they could find interesting for us to see. Shorts on the channel have done really well with a lot of dash cam footage because this creator takes us on the road, especially for live streams. So 12,000, 13,000, 15,000 on these shorts, and then the live streams are frequent, and they've had some success with these vertical live streams as well, where YouTube's pushed them out a little bit more than would be expected, which is great. So they're working on 1,900 subscribers, and we would love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And Rushing Wind Mountain is coming up right now. Thank you everybody for the time that you spent here today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I know not everybody can be here every time we stream, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we do. I know we got a few friends that run the stream in the background, and I always appreciate that as well. And hopefully everybody will head over to Michael's Adventures channel right now. I'm going to drop the link again. And he's got a premiere that should be about 2 hours long, if I'm not mistaken, today. So we've got lots of opportunity to continue meeting new friends the same way we do here. All of our moderators allow everybody to do that whenever they do premieres or live streams. And there's the link right there. I'll be over there in a few minutes. We'll leave this running for 3 more minutes so everybody can clean up their connections. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out, and thank you to our moderators. Everybody knows these live streams wouldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help, so I appreciate it greatly. I know everybody does. And let's go over to Michael's Adventures. We'll see everybody over there. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.